all the time co-host and wife. What's your name?
Lady Elizabeth Autumn McReynolds Groves.
I pay for the name, so you get to use it. I'm just saying. I like to get my money's worth.
It is an official title.
It is. Okay. So, two things. One, stop tapping so I don't go crazy.
Oh, I just kicked my shoes off.
Oh, yeah, do that. That's so much better. Anyway, feet. Feet are disgusting. So now that totally derailed me. But I love your feet, though. I love them.
Right.
I did get on my knees and wash your feet and massage them and treat them. And why did I do that?
Because you love me so much.
And why did I tell you I did that? Not because I love you so much. I told you specifically why I did it.
Because of the distance that those feet carried us.
That's right, because you were a soldier. And those feet went on a lot of marches for me and our kids. And for everybody else in this free country. And it's not a sacrifice that I ever would have chose to make. And so it takes a special kind of courage to do that. And so I was humbled before you and I washed your feet because you deserved it. They were tore up. Let's just put it to them that way, right?
I have soldier's feet.
Yeah. And so I was taking care of it because you had to wipe my ass. Because when I had surgery, you had to wipe my ass because I couldn't put my arms down.
Yeah.
I couldn't move my arms because, so I had top surgery, so this was all bound up, and I had lower surgery, and so I was from here all the way to my knees in a big compression garment, and I couldn't move because I had drains and all kinds of stuff, and that went on for a while. And I was constipated, so it was like messy shit too whenever I shit, and she had to clean it up, you know. I mean, she wiped me and took care of me and made sure I had my pain meds and etc., right?
Changed the little blood things, the drain.
Okay, yeah, you did that too. Yep, sure did.
Kool-Aid.
Yep, you did. Okay. Oh, really? God damn it.
Sorry.
You know what I'm drinking, y'all?
You're not drinking Kool-Aid.
Freaking strawberry. Might as well be Kool-Aid. It's the Skittles version of Kool-Aid. I was trying it out. God dang it. Like, it really does look like that, too. I kind of hate you right now.
Is it working?
Mm-hmm. I'm sure it is. We just haven't stopped to refresh it. I'm going to assume. See, I'm sure. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So, anywho's, number one, what did I say? Oh, don't be making noise, right? So, stop tapping.
Yeah, so I took my shoes off.
So, you took your shoes off. And what I was going to say was, number two, I had a really super awesome experience. Are you ready to hear it?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Okay, I got to set up. Okay, so for anybody who is following my coaching clients, y'all will know Tobias or Toby. So Toby is a trans boy who came to me. Oh, geez, I don't even know how long it's been now because he's just like always been the family. So he came initially with his mom, early transition, waiting to start testosterone. So he was trying to get himself square spiritually and psychologically, you know, do a little housekeeping before he started this whole endeavor of medically transitioning, right? So medically transitioning is taking the hormones, which I've done. So he has started that journey today, and they picked up the prescription, and they came here, and I got to be part of that whole experience, and it was so exciting. Like, inside, it was just like it was happening to me again, like 7 years ago, you know, and look, I'm even getting all weepy. But I was so freaking honored that they wanted me to be a part of it, you know, and it's like,
right.
Yes, that was so cool. So
who gave the shot?
He gave himself the shot.
Oh,
so, right? I know. Okay,
that's
now here's the
thing
thing.
To do it first.
Here's the thing. I was all in to coach him through his shot, right? So that's what I do. I coach. So I'm going to coach him through his first shot, and realize halfway through drawing that not only is his dose a tiny bit, and we weren't sure why it was so different, but also he injects into the fat and not into the muscle like me.
Oh,
so yeah, and then it occurred to me that Marcus also shot into the fat, and so I remember him talking about it. So basically, Toby just did what you did when you had to do the thrombosis shots.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So he just pinched and did, but it took so long because it's the diabetic needle, right? So Andy, his dad, was sitting there drawing it because it's.
I remember that.
Yeah. Oh my God.
It would like take forever.
Yeah.
And then you let go, the plunger would pull back in and start over again.
Yeah, I was like, you got to work it like a siphon.
You just a little bit at a time. It's just real thick.
Yeah. So he got it. Andy got it drawn and got it ready for him, and then he was able to do it. I was so flipping proud of him, and I wanted to like hoot and holler, and I couldn't because he's holding this freaking needle in him, and I was just so emotional, and it was amazing and epic, and it was an awesome evening because they came at 4:00, so just right before the podcast. So I'm still riding high right now, and they also brought me some Jimmy John's.
Yeah,
and so it's like, yes. What was crazy about that is the first thing you did after I took my shot was made me a bologna sandwich. And I talk about that a lot because in your mind, for some reason, men got sandwiches and bologna sandwiches. And I don't know what that's about. But then my dad, every Friday night, eats a bologna sandwich. It's his date night thing. And by the way, he's on his way home.
Yes.
So I wonder if he'll stop and get a bologna sandwich tonight on the way home. He is a creature of habit. Yeah. But, anywho, so you made me a bologna sandwich, and it was the best damn bologna sandwich I'd ever had, which I hate bologna, by the way. But it was good because I didn't make it. Like, somebody made it for me, and it just appeared in front of me, and that was, like, the first time ever. It was really cool. And, so when they brought me the sandwich, I had no idea that he had a shot. So I thought Toby was just here for session, right?
Yeah.
So Toby comes in and we have the food, and then Andy, Dad, says, we've got something to talk about. You know, we've been doing some talking, and we would be honored to have you here with the shot. And I was like, what? Yes, that's so cool.
That's awesome. That's so awesome.
But it was totally different. Like I said, it was a diabetic needle, which is tiny. Oh, by the way, I'm out of needles too. It was my shot day. That's the other weird synchronicity. On my calendar it comes up, right? And you know, now I've gone to once a month, and today is the 1 month mark. So I would normally be doing it at 9:00 tonight, which is what my thing was telling me, is that I'm scheduled for 9. And so I looked at Toby and I was like, it's my shot night. So I could do it too. And so I was coaching him as I was doing it without realizing until I asked Dad. I said, hey, is he injecting into his fat or in his muscle? And he's like, no, in his fat. I was like, game changer. Because it works 2 different ways.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
he's on a low dose. He's on 0.1 milligrams, and I'm on 1 milligram. So he is starting out small, and in the fat, it sort of is like time release. It doesn't work quite the other way, but yeah. So. It's just different, you know, it's a different process now, and I imagine there's extenuating circumstances, age for one. You know, his body's much easier acclimated to things than mine, not to mention, it's probably much healthier that way, I would assume. You know, whereas when I first started 7 years ago, they were still trying to get their understanding, so.
Yeah.
I'm now just doing it once a month, which is what I was just saying. So I got to do it with Toby, so I got my shot, and in about 3 days I'll be giving you attitude. You're welcome. I love you, baby.
I love you too.
So just accept me for a couple days as this wonderful, sweet person. And Carol, you too, accept this wonderful, sweet person because he will be going bye-bye.
For better or for worse.
Right. Hey, how do you like my shirt?
I think it's pretty awesome. It's just too bad that we can't have Oliver right here next to you for y'all to do your little twinsy thing.
But I will have him on here, and we'll be twinsies because this was a shirt fundraiser at school for his school.
Yep.
So I'm all about raising funds for educational crap. That's what I was going to say. Educational crap. So, fact and crap, Beth. Fact and crap. Okay, I'm going to tattle on myself. So, I have ways to remember things, and as everybody does, and something that is
A mnemonic device.
yeah, okay, so I don't have one printed, but oh yeah, I do. Hold on, I'll give you an idea. I think I have Toby's still sitting here. Okay, I didn't write on it because we derailed. Okay, so I have these little wonderful sheets. You probably can't see it. So this is how I keep notes, right? Okay, so the first word, as you'll see, it spells out fact. And then the next four, it's just A. So it's how I talk. Instead of and, I go So I have fact and then crap. C-R-A-P, crap. So I did not realize that I actually had done that until today. Remind you, I've had those sheets made for a while. And I write like I talk. So I would assume that my brain knows that that's what I say, fact or crap, or fact and crap. And so that's just how I set it up. It's amazing how our brain works. Yeah. What do you do on autopilot like that? Like you don't realize you're doing it till it's done.
A lot of times whenever I'm writing, I don't know if it's considered so much autopilot, but I kind of disappear.
No.
And it becomes sort of
not the same thing.
Okay. But then, I don't know. Things I do on autopilot
is there anything that you cook that by the time you're eating it, you've realized that you've cooked it?
No. I'm present when I'm cooking.
That must be nice. As soon as I look at food, I check out. I am gone skis.
I'm looking about. I'm trying to taste stuff, so it's like I can't wait to get to this step so I can taste it.
So we're gonna do trick-or-treating with the kids. Is that correct?
Yeah, I believe we're just gonna go kind of hang at Mandy's, and they're gonna kind of go off and do their trick-or-treating thing in their neighborhood.
So this will be the first year that we're just gonna. They can just do whatever. Like last year, Quentin and Alex. No, last year they didn't go. The year before they didn't either.
Yeah, because of COVID.
Yeah. So, holy crap. They're way older. They're like 2 whole years older. Do you think they can do it on their own?
Yeah. Yeah, they got this.
I mean, Oliver is going to be a Weeblo.
Yeah.
You're going to be picking up his stuff tomorrow, huh?
Yep.
Is that what they're called, Weeblo?
Yeah. Yeah, it's the sort of Cub Scout that's, I think they're the fourth grade level.
Little kid. I shouldn't call him a little kid. He's a big kid now. Yeah. When I think of little kid, I think of like 3 and under.
10 years old.
Oh my God, you know what I did?
What?
Oh, and my clients totally, they're going to get this. I didn't turn on the timer. I never turned. Okay,
didn't.
So I force my clients to hold me accountable for 3 things. Every time they come in, I make them tell me to check them in, tell them to mute my phone, and tell me to hit the timer. And then occasionally turn on the lights. Most of the time I have the lights on. I can remember that. But it's the other stuff that I can't remember because once again, autopilot. Like in my mind, I think I've already done it, and then I realize a week later they weren't checked in, and so
Do you want to see if there's any comments?
Oh, I could.
We don't even know.
Who knows, right? Where's the little comment thing? Oh. No, nobody comments. But that's okay, because most people don't know that you can comment.
Yeah.
So if you don't know that you can comment and like talk to us while we're doing this, if you are on the video and you just hover over to the right hand side, you'll see that there's like some information lines that come up, and one of those information lines looks like a speech bubble, and it says show comments. If you click on it, you can make comments also, so just like you do on Facebook. So that's how you do that, unless none of y'all want to talk to us, which is fine, because occasionally Carol does, but her daughter Trinity is in town to see her. They are having a goodbye party tomorrow.
Yeah.
And what's the goodbye party for, Beth?
Because Carol's going to be moving here soon.
Yes. So, and Christian is going to be moving also, well, that's her son.
Yeah.
So we are going to
I hope they have a really good time.
Oh, they will. They will have a good time. But we'll be welcoming her here. And Trinity, her daughter, came up early and brought a kitten.
Yeah.
And Miss Carol don't like kittens or cats. And I can sympathize. So little Lucifer, as the cat is lovingly called by Carol, is hiding away in a bedroom so it doesn't become a puppy treat, because she also has Bricks, who will demolish a kitten. But the interesting thing is the kitten looks like Emmy.
Kind of does, yeah.
Except skinny and cute. Not like fat and angry.
Fat belly.
Your cat really is fat and angry, like all the time. I just don't even know what to say to her. So last night... All right. Okay. So I'm just going to tell the story.
What story?
Okay. So my best good friend Lal and his wife Jennifer, her grandmother lives across the street from us. Okay.
Right, yeah.
So Beth and I are doing our errands in town and get a text that says, there's a cat scratching at your door. Okay. So I tell Beth, talk to Quentin and see, because we're not home. And I don't know whether she did or not. Clearly, nothing happened with that, because this morning, Beth is taking the dogs out, and I hear this sound, this nice, cute little meow. And it wasn't coming from inside the house. It's coming from my back door here in the office. So I open the flipping door, and there is your dumb cat. Not just your dumb cat, though, but also a neighbor cat.
Yeah.
So your cat's bringing home company.
She's shacking up with the neighborhood strays.
But the interesting thing is she hates Henry, who is Alex's cat, who lives here with her.
That's because
hates him.
The key word is Fat Belly does not like Alex.
Loathes
Alex used to be mean to Fat Belly.
Entirely. Like
Fat Belly holds a grudge.
Your cat will pee and poop on places that Henry has been, just probably trying to frame him. I mean, for real, Emmy's vicious like that. But whatever, she just lives in that part of the house, and I live in this part of the house. And
that's all right. She's about what, halfway through?
No, she is going to be that cat that lives until she falls apart, and then she still survives somehow.
She survives on her saltiness.
Yes, Yep, she'll be preserved forever. Anywho, so I had to let your stupid cat in, and that's no easy feat, because you try to get them in and you call them and they're like, no, but they tease you. Okay, I'm coming in, and they get right there and you're like, oh good, come on, so I can strangle you, come in, I love you. And then they get there and they sense that, and they're like, oh, just kidding, psych. And then they go off about their merry way. And then I'm sitting in here going, oh my God, what if it gets bit? What if it gets hit? Something like that. I'm going to be paying a vet bill. And you're all, we'll just dig a hole. And I'm like, no, we domesticated this animal. It's our duty to protect them just like we would our children. We decide to have a child, we have to protect it and take care of it. We decide to domesticate an animal, we have to take care of it. You can't let it go get hit and stuff. So I'm here stressing out. So I have to go traipsing out to get this stupid ass cat that I don't even like because I don't want to feel bad. So I brought her in and she was okay. But all I had to do was shake the dog food bag. So it's not like I really had to do shit. However, Reg, I had to go down 3 flights to get him when he jumped out the window on the screen
That was
and
funny.
Surfed it down in Germany.
He sure did.
And you totally bailed on him. You're like, nope, you're going to run, whatever. Deuces.
Yeah, I went down there to get him, and I was all, Reg, and then he took one look at me and then turned around and bolted.
Yeah, just
and
like
it's
your bitch
snowing
ass cat
outside,
did.
and there's already a foot of snow on the ground. I'm like, see you later, cat. I grabbed the screen and took it back upstairs.
And I was pregnant, and I went traipsing through the snow.
You chose to do that. I tried to stop you, but you did not listen.
And I got Reg, didn't I? And I brought him home. And he lived to fight another day until he met his end in Texas via Bobcat. Mm-hmm. So my whole point is your stupid cat sucks. And I wanted to leave her out there, but I have a conscience. And clearly you don't. So.
Oh, I do. I'm just done with cats.
So autopilot.
Oh, yeah, we were talking about that.
Uh-huh. What do you do on autopilot? Because there's got to be something.
I used to drive on autopilot.
Oh yeah, me too.
But like, oh wait a minute, I was at the gas station a minute ago, wasn't I? Now I'm home.
Right. And we would look at each other and go,
"There's no dents in the front of my car."
How did we get home? Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Yeah.
That we can just check out like that.
Yeah, but still be completely functional.
Oh, I've done that here lately. I mean, been totally functional and then went, wait, we had a conversation? Wind? You kidding? And
I've parallel parked on autopilot.
Okay, I can't even parallel park off autopilot. Like, on a great day. Actually, I can.
Actually, I do a better job if I'm on autopilot.
Yeah, because you know the process.
Totally
Here's
relaxed.
your car. All you do is you pull halfway up
Done.
and then back in. And you're good. Ooh, Chris, Mandy's husband.
Yeah, parallel parking champion.
He is the shit because he worked in St. Louis, so you have to parallel park everywhere there. Oh, do you remember we got that jank ass ticket because we weren't freaking fire parked?
You weren't facing the right direction.
Oh my god, are you serious though? I mean, come on. Fucking back into a spot.
Yeah, we had to back into those spots, and we did not read the sign that says you have to back into these spots. And we came back, and we had a parking ticket. I think we were there for some.
What the fuck is this?
We were there for some VA reason, right?
Yeah, I don't even remember.
Yeah, I think it was something with the VA.
Yeah, it was something with the VA, but I don't remember what it was.
Like,
and then the next time you went back, you got broke into.
Yeah, I went to St. Louis.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was stupid. Anyway, so mind your manners in St. Louis with parking. Oh, so I worked on the newsletter today, and really good information.
Really?
Coming up is November, which is also Gratitude Month. And you know what else it is? I realized today.
Thanksgiving?
That's what I said. But it's something else, too.
I don't know.
Our anniversary.
Oh, yeah, besides that. I thought it was something else.
No, like, seriously.
I was thinking like national holidays.
Okay, so did we decide this year we're married 19 or this year we're married 20?
This year's 19.
Right, okay, good.
19
Because I was like, we're not having a
years.
wedding in a few days, right?
No.
Because sometimes I'm on autopilot, right?
Yeah, sometimes so much time goes by. You're like, God, what did I do this week? Holy cow.
Oh, now I want to sing time after time. I mean, for real. Okay, so I was earlier talking about the bologna sandwich and how it was the best thing ever, because you made it for me. But in your mind, why is a sandwich like a man food?
Oh, I think it's just the misogynistic stereotype,
But why is
hey,
it, though?
woman, get in there and make me a sandwich.
But why a sandwich? Why not like beef Wellington? I would request like beef Wellington. I wouldn't be like...
know.
Get in there and make me the easiest, most inexpensive food possible. Give me the beef. Where's the beef?
I don't know.
Beep, beep. Do you remember that commercial? Where's the beef? Anyway, I could be that little old lady.
do not know why that specific thing was chosen.
Okay,
people,
so
people being people.
I want to know from everybody else out there that's listening. I want to know if you too have that belief that a sandwich is one of those man foods. What else is a stereotypical man food?
I don't know.
In your mind is what I'm saying.
Gosh, a mutton chop or something like that. Something off the bone.
Don't vape. A mutton chop, really?
I don't know. Like,
of all the
reaching
shit,
back to the medieval days.
A pterodactyl rib,
a side of buffalo.
Oh my god. Anyway, seriously though, like, what do you think of whenever you think of man food? Like serious man food? Beef jerky.
Yeah, those kind of things.
And
anything that requires like a rub.
A rub?
Yeah.
Men like rubs? I do like a rub.
It's like rib rub and steak rub and chicken rub. And
I like butt rubs.
Pork rub.
I like butt rubs. I like butt rubs.
Who doesn't like a good butt rub? I mean, for real.
Well, some people don't like butt rubs because they don't like to eat the butt. I like to eat the butt.
Yes, the pork butt.
You have to ruin everything. God, I don't actually eat the pork butt anymore because I don't eat meat. Because, dude, be kind. Oh. So I want to talk about one other thing. This was part 2. So I did the shot for Toby, right? Okay, so that was very exciting that I got to be a part of that as a client. But I also, because Toby's my client as a coach, I mean. Okay, so I also got to be part of a birthday party, an unbirthday party for a local business here that's also my client's family. So I have a client whose family owns a new business here in Highland, and they do kind of kids parties and stuff. So we went to that, and it was amazing. It was so amazing. Yeah. And it's called Max Family Fun, and it's here in Highland, and it was just like the perfect mix between the people that like going to Chuck E. Cheese, because Chuck E. Cheese is that if you want to build immunities, go to Chuck E. Cheese. So it's a cross between that, with that atmosphere. So there's video games, there's a bounce house, there's ice cream.
And so far as we can
frozen custard,
nothing bad.
Yeah, there's like zero bad stuff there. Like it's all good, and they even have local soda pop, and that or soft drinks. What do they call it here? I call everything Dr. Pepper, so it's not really Dr. Pepper.
It's like
you call everything Coke, don't you?
Soda. I call everything
just say soda. Soft drinks, soda, Dr. Pepper. Anyway, so they have what is it called again? What's the place? The soda?
Oh,
I don't remember.
I can't remember either, but it's like it uses pure cane sugar. It's the same. I think the same place that makes ski.
Yeah. Okay, so whatever that is, whatever place that is. So it's this local place. So there's so much good about this place because the people behind it are really good. This family is so damn amazing. They also have the local theater, and they just really care, and so they have great people working for them because the people want to work for them because they're good people. So they are examples of who we like to have in our life. We like to have people who feel successful, not just are successful, right?
Yeah.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, and it seems like they have a lot of fun doing what they do. Like, especially
and that means they're successful.
When they do a commercial for the Lori Theater, it's all done in house, and all the people that work there participate. And it's always some sort of dramatic parody of something.
And Alex and Quentin have both applied to work at Max.
Yes, and I think Alex is even applying to work at the Lori too.
Yeah, I think so. Because they like to support local small business. And we are still up and running, and I'm getting a waiting list put together. I'm learning how to do it. So I have clients that I am waiting, or that is waiting for me to cycle through the clients that I have now. And I have about 14 clients right now, and that's a pretty full plate for me, huh?
Yeah. I would say it's a little over full.
Well, it's paring down though. Things
too much.
things are evening out though. They really are, because I have some people bi-weekly and some people weekly, and it just for a little bit we were off sync, and so it seemed like I had like 3 clients a day. It was stressful for a little bit, but I'm holding it together.
Yeah.
And I haven't burned the house down yet. Right?
True story.
That's always the place to go, in my head. It's like, yeah. It's like
I tried to burn it down last night with some cornbread.
Oh my God, okay.
I bought some cornbread so bad. God, I can't believe I did what I did.
Okay, so first.
So stupid.
Okay. So we have a problem with weevils in our food, in our pantry food, because we buy in bulk. And we buy cheap, and so we buy cheap in bulk, and that sometimes means warehouse storage. So sometimes we have it. Most of the time, whenever I was in charge of the food, I would just throw everything in the freezer, kill everything off, and then, use it from the freezer. Because I'm used to living on a grain farm. We had weevils all the time. It was just part of life. And so we have them. And you were going to make Jiffy cornbread.
Yep.
Which is the best.
I've been systematically, taking certain things that the weevils go after and sealing those up, so that they no longer, have a food source. And so I still had 1 or 2 kind of poking around. I couldn't figure out where they were coming from.
Now you know.
And so the Jiffy cornbread boxes, they can get in there.
Mm-hmm.
And so they ate through all the damn cornbread. And I was so pissed.
Yeah, and so you were like,
so I had to make it from scratch.
But you asked me, you said, "Do you want me to make it from scratch?" I was like, "Oh, you don't have to do that. I have an itch on my back."
Yeah, I was too happy to do it. Just whenever I made it, whenever I make cornbread regularly, I use 2 boxes of the Jiffy cornbread mix.
Right.
And well, the recipe that I had, I thought it was for 1 box's amount of.
Oh.
And so I doubled the recipe and
holy
actually
crap!
made
So
2.
You made like 4 boxes.
Yeah, and so it blew up all over, and my iron skillet was covered in cornbread, like all the way around.
Okay, so look, this is my perspective, right? You said you were going to make cornbread, and then you were excited to go get the cornbread out of the oven. Then you came in. Then you came back in here and you were all, I really screwed up the cornbread, so there's no cornbread. And it wasn't until like the dust from you coming in settled, then I smelt a hint of burnt something. You couldn't tell. You could just smell a little bit of carbon.
I'm glad we have double hung windows because I dropped the top one and just hit the fan on high.
And so whenever I went in there later, I was ballsy. I was feeling ballsy, and I was like, it can't be that bad, right? I mean, I get that it overflowed a little bit and the middle's mushy, but I'm used to that, Let's try this out. So I went over and I cut me a piece, and I took a bite, and it was such a big mistake.
Well, luckily, when I first noticed it, I came in there to check on it, and I was like, oh, that's not good. And it was still kind of really building around the pan. And so I took a cookie sheet out and I slid it underneath the pan so that there had been some that dropped onto the bottom of the stove, but it wasn't really bad at all.
Okay, yeah, that's smart.
Everything in there, baked thoroughly enough so that it just scraped out.
Yeah, that's good because sometimes it can be a mess. Yeah, that's awful. But
yeah. Oh well, live and learn.
But the flavor was awful. It was a smoked flavor, like for real. It tasted like I was eating charred wood. It was
like cornbread, smoked cornbread.
Oh, it was so unbelievably awful. So if you ever want to rip someone's heart out, just do that. Just smoke the cornbread in burning cornbread, and then give it to them because it looks normal.
Yeah,
and it even sort of smells normal. Like you can't really get the full effect of the burn until like you actually put it in your mouth, and then you regret it as you try to spit it out, and it just stays in there because it's crumbly because it's cornbread. It's like glitter.
I told you not to eat it. I said,
you did say that, but I'm a fat guy.
If I wanted you to eat that, then I would have brought you some.
I'm a fat guy, and I looked over and I saw cornbread that sort of appeared normal. I mean, I was going to risk it, and I'm just putting it out there. It's not worth the risk, especially if you have little delicate taste buds like me.
I would have told you that. I would have said, don't do this. You're going to regret it.
So I told somebody the other day that I forget that I'm trans, and they laughed hysterically at me. Do you ever think about being trans, like on any given day? You do?
Yeah. I often, it's not like I don't spend most of my day thinking about it.
No, that's not what I'm asking.
But it's in those small moments I'll remember, oh yeah, I'm trans.
The only time
why does that, and it's always like, with a look or, or something like that. Oh yeah. I forget what I look like.
You know what? I think the only time that I think about it is when I'm called out on it, like when we're ordering food.
Yeah.
On the phone and on the speaker, I sound like a chick, so they call me ma'am. In those moments, I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, that's right. I'm trans.
Yeah, that happens to me too.
Or whenever I'm at the doctor's office and they ask me what surgeries I've had, and I say tubal ligation, and they go, guys don't get those. And I'm like, oh, they do if they have fallopian tubes.
Yeah.
Just saying. So,
true story.
I've had to do that. And then, of course, the wonderful, who had your children? Because they find out that you're trans.
Yeah.
Right? Because
it usually takes people a few seconds to work this out.
Yeah, whenever we moved here, I was already transitioning.
Yeah, and I wasn't.
And so people only know that you've transitioned, some people. And so they'll be like, so who had I did. And they're like, what? And then they say that thing that I joke about all the time. Y'all are so interesting. How many times have you heard that? Like, people tell you that you're interesting.
We're in a pretty vanilla town, and so we're definitely
I don't think we're interesting at all.
The different people.
Like, even people tell me that my wardrobe's interesting.
Well, it is fairly atypical.
Watch it. Well, I guess it is of interest to other people that don't have clothes, maybe. I don't know. I think that I have just crappy taste. I just have crappy taste, and I put it together, and it's something. Because fashion is something you buy, and style is something you add to
You're
it.
a wild bohemian.
What?
You're a wild bohemian.
What?
Look it up.
Can't I just be me?
Google that shit.
I can just be Guru Brando, right? Because it's like I say.
Donna knows what I'm talking about.
I love Donna. I love Sarah, too. Holy crap, Sarah sent me a picture that I have to show you of her Christmas decorations. I want her to come decorate here. I want the whole family to come here. I want everybody packed in this house, like shoulder to shoulder. I do. I love family.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, my dream is to just have this house full of people. I love people. It seems crazy, right? Since I have OCD, that I love people and I love to be around them.
Yeah. That seems crazy.
But you know I do. I just don't want them to touch me. Just don't touch me. I'm okay. Like, I love people as long as you just don't touch me, right? Oh, you have this habit that drives me nuts, and I'm calling you out right now. No matter what, when you kiss me, your lips are disgustingly wet.
Shut up.
Disgustingly fucking
this
wet.
This is the thing.
It's like you sit here and do this all day.
I drink water all day.
Do you not get it in your mouth?
And I can't, and I'm always feel like I haven't had enough to drink. I'm like, I need some more water. And my lips are chapped. And
now y'all know the real reason I wear this.
So I'm constantly going like this. And then get more water.
So stop doing that. So every single time, it feels like she's doing this. It feels like she's just taking on my whole face. So today she does this. She goes.
And the Oscar goes to?
Like this.
Yeah.
My lips are totally dry. I promise. They are so dry.
They're desert dry now.
They're cracked. And then she does it. She looks square at me. And she goes. It's like, God, dang it.
You suck.
Oh, don't kiss me like that. I don't like it.
I didn't kiss you like that. You're just a wiener.
I'm going to start kissing you like that.
If there's like one tiny ounce of moisture anywhere near my face, it's like, oh, your lips are so wet. Ah, look, I'm soaking wet now.
That's how it feels. Oh, my God. That's how it used to feel for you too, so shut up. You remember those days. As a matter of fact, you would look at me and tell me that you would not kiss me because I was wearing lipstick. But you loved it when I wore lipstick, so I was like, whatever. And now it's you, homie. That's right. And I put chapstick on you yesterday, so
you did.
You're welcome for that.
Thank you.
Because
you
I put some on
lips.
me. Right, because I put some on me because I realized I was getting a little desert-y here. And because I'm stressed out. And so this stress is causing some dryness here because I'm biting my lip. You know, week before last, I bit a hole in my lip. It has since healed.
Yeah, I remember you showed it to me.
Yep, it is healed. Oh, so did you like what I did with my hat to make it a Smurf hat?
Yeah, for Papa Smurf? Yeah,
because I really feel like I'm a Smurf and Shady Smurf because, you know, gray is shade. So I'm like Shady Smurf, Shifty Smurf, something like that. But, you know, something else is I'm going to be Popeye for Halloween. And you're going to be Olive Oil. And next year we're going to be Sonny and Cher. It's going to be epic. We're already planning next year.
Yeah. Oh.
What?
Well, we're going to be +1 next year.
I know. So we'll be Sonny and Cher and Care Bear. Cher Bear. She has to be Cher Bear.
Cher Bear.
Oh my God. Carol, you're going to be Cher Bear. Yes. I think it's funny, don't you? Because Carol doesn't share very well. She doesn't. She's not a... She's... think about this. Try to take her cookies from her. Right? Bricks. She loves Bricks. She loves Bricks with all her heart. Her dog. And what did Bricks do? Ate her cookies. Mm-hmm. When you love something, you share your cookies.
I don't think that she shared her cookies.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So, Carol, don't share. Okay. Because when you love somebody, you share your cookies, right? She didn't share her cookies with Bricks.
Well, yeah, I think they're also chocolate.
Oh, yeah, that changes the game. Sorry about that. She still doesn't share. So I think it's funny.
Then he gets the power shits.
I think, yeah. I think that it's funny that that she
She's
should...
so funny.
And see, I think that it's funny that she should get Cher Bear. Because when she does share, that's what it is. She shares the info. I love her to pieces. And her power pooping dog. I don't know. I'm guessing that that we're not bringing plants in tonight because it's not going to freeze. I was stressing about bringing some of our plants in. Because you see, I'm cold. This is what made me think of it. Because, little known fact, I used to have very long hair. And so my neck gets super cold. And I used to have very thick hair. And now I'm almost bald. So my head gets very cold. So even indoors, because I always have a fan going, do I have to have my business covered. So I'm getting cold. So I know the plants are probably getting cold. And we're going to have to bring them in soon. But if it gets too close to freezing, we need to definitely bring them in.
Okay, where do you want to put them?
In the cavern. We have Dad's grow lights.
He doesn't have any grow lights in the cavern.
No.
His grow lights are upstairs.
Look, I know, that's what I'm saying. So we're not going to bring them in tonight. It's not going to freeze tonight.
But yeah, I know we need to prepare for something like that.
So people, be thinking about your plants, your animals, and your other people, right?
If there's not too many, well, that's a lot. Some of them a lot to move down those stairs.
Look,
That's
I'm making a point. Stop complaining. We can lower them down through the chimney.
Just drop them down there.
Yeah. We'll have Dad stand down there. He'll be home.
And catch. It's 20 feet down, but catch.
So look, for real. So November's Gratitude Month, and I want people to start thinking about, plants, animals, and people. All of those things that make up who you are that are around you, right? For real, start appreciating those things, because if you don't appreciate, you lose it. Yeah. The universe is like, hey, you don't deserve this. So I'm going to teach you a lesson in appreciation, right?
True story.
So appreciate every single thing that you have in your life. We are going to have a fantastic Halloween, and we hope that everybody else does. And no matter how you celebrate, I plan on eating lots of junk and scaring the crap out of children.
Yeah, bring on the junk.
Junk, scare children, and smoke weed.
I'm not going to scare any children. That's
because you're a chump. And I'm not a chump. I have to ensure that I continue to have a coaching business. So if I scare the shit out of children, then they will come see me when they're adults, right? Me for life. Right. Remember me when you need a life coach, because I just scared the crap out of you. See ya. All right. Well, thank you everybody for listening. I hope that you got some sort of entertainment and maybe a little bit of knowledge. Am I very knowledgeable tonight? I don't think so.
I don't know.
I wasn't really trying to be smart, so if I was, it was a fluke.
It was an accident.
Accidental intelligence. That's a thing. Accidental intelligence. It happens when you smoke weed. You really think that you are so much smarter than you were. All right, guys. You going to tell them thank you?
Thank you.
That's just it?
Yep.
Just thank you?
That's all I got.
Did you hear the train?
I hear the train.
You're not going to sing?
I hardly ever hear the train anymore.
Well, the weather conditions are just so.
I mean, I still hear it, but it's kind of like one of those autopilot things. There you go. It doesn't even affect me.
Thank you!